All right, let's jump right in. Today we're looking at a piece of software that calls itself a music creation playground. And honestly, that's a pretty great description. It's called Rytmik Studio, and we're going to see how it takes the super complex world of music production and makes it fun for pretty much anyone.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever had a tune just pop into your head? Or maybe you're tapping out a beat on your desk and you think, man, I wish I could turn this into a real song. Yeah, I think we've all been there.
But then, reality kind of hits you like a ton of bricks. You go look at professional music software and whoa, it's just this wall of confusing menus, a million knobs and sliders, and a price tag that can make your eyes water. That dream of making a song can suddenly feel, well, completely out of reach. And that is exactly the problem Rytmik is here to solve. It's designed to just smash through all those barriers. Think of it this way. It's not a complicated flight simulator you need a manual for. It's a sandbox, a musical playground, built from the ground up to be intuitive and just fun. Okay, first let's get one thing clear, because it's important. There are two main versions. You've got Rytmik Ultimate, which is your core experience. It's got everything you need to just dive in and start making cool stuff. But then you have Rytmik Studio. That's what we're really digging into, which adds all the deep, powerful pro-level tools for when you're ready to get serious. So, let's start with the basics. How do you actually go from a totally blank screen to your very first beat? Well, it all comes down to the core toolkit, and it's surprisingly simple. Everything, and I mean everything, starts with the sounds, and Rytmik gives you a ridiculous amount to play with right from the start. Over 1,200 instrument samples. We're talking drums, bass, synths, pianos, vocals, you name it, it's probably in there. These are your building blocks, your sonic ingredients. Now this is the absolute heart of how Rytmik works. It's called the step sequencer. Forget needing to be a piano virtuoso. You just click on a grid to place your notes. That's it. It turns music making into the super intuitive visual process, kind of like putting Lego bricks together to build little musical loops and patterns.
So the whole process really breaks down into these 4 simple steps. You pick your sounds from that giant library, you build your patterns with the step sequencer, then you start tweaking. Add some echo, maybe shape the sound so it fades in slowly or cuts off sharply, and when you're done, you just export it as a high-quality audio file. It's a straight shot from an idea in your head to a finished song.
And here's a really cool part. You're not just creating in a vacuum. Once you've got a track you're proud of, you can upload it directly to the Rytmik cloud. You can listen to what thousands of other people are making, get inspired, and maybe even find someone to collaborate with. It's a whole community built right in.
Okay, so you've gotten the hang of it, you're making beats, but now you want more. This is where Rytmik Studio lets you take the training wheels off and really level up from a hobbyist to a producer.
One of the biggest pro features you unlock is something called sidechain compression. If you've ever heard that awesome pumping sound in dance music, that's what this is. It's a trick where, for example, every time the kick drum hits, it automatically ducks the volume of the bass just for a split second. It creates this incredible groove and space in the mix. It's a must-have tool for modern music, and Studio gives it to you. And the Pro Toolkit just keeps going. You can actually draw curves to make effects change over time, giving your track movement and life. You can plug in a MIDI keyboard if you prefer to play your melodies. And here's the real game changer. You can import your own samples. Anything. Your voice, a weird sound you recorded. You can bring any audio you want into your music.
This is where you stop being just a music maker and you become a sound sculptor. You can use an EQ to carve out the perfect spot for every instrument, use huge filters to create those dramatic sweeping sounds, or add some grit and warmth with a drive effect. You get insane control to shape your sound exactly how you hear it in your head.
So after all that, you're probably asking the big question. Is this actually for me? Well, don't just take my word for it. Let's see what people who actually use it have to say.
I think this review just nails it. It perfectly captures what makes Rytmik so special. It's simple enough that you won't get frustrated, you can just start having fun. But there's enough depth there that you won't get bored either. It grows with you.
Wow. Okay, now this one tells a really powerful story. This person started with the basic version, just playing around, and it lit such a fire that they're now getting ready for university-level music composition. It shows you that this isn't just a toy. For some people, it can be a real stepping stone to something huge.
So who is this for, really? Well, for sure, it's for aspiring musicians. It's absolutely perfect for hobbyists who just want a creative outlet. It's even a secret weapon for indie game developers who need custom music. But honestly, it's for anyone who's ever just been curious about what it feels like to make your own song. At the end of the day, Rytmik gives you all the tools, all the sounds, and a place to share your work. But the one thing it can't give you is the idea. That spark has to come from you. So really, there's only one question left to ask. Your first song is just sitting there waiting for you to make it. What's it going to sound like?